Yes.
Wow, yes, it looks like we're live. I'm just going to sneak a peek over in the mytimetv.live. Yes, it's come up that we are, which is fantastic.
I just got a notification on my iPad.
And that is where we're going live. Now, I'm not going to be monitoring anything in the Facebook at the moment because I'm getting little bars, not big ones, in the quality of the actual broadband, like the broadband, what do you call it, bandwidth. So we're going to just hopefully have a really good reception, a really good show, and continue onward from there, whether it's weak or strong or what. I'm only getting 2 bars still, but that's okay. How are you today, Leanne?
I'm good, thank you, Ros, and you?
Yeah, going really well. We have got our first comment. So Kirsten's saying good morning. Can you see that?
I can. Good morning, Kirsten.
Good. Now, what we have too is it's pretty obvious at my end anyway that we do have a slight delay factor. So there does seem to be some sort of streaming issue this morning. We are aware, well, I am, from the other day, I did get the new Facebook look on the Saturday. I went to go do my daily live stream. There was the new Facebook look. Totally confused the heck out of me. I was going to say another word because that's what I thought too. Oh, this is etc. Did my live stream, and that day I had it. Sunday morning when, getting ready, do my daily live stream and then into doing the expo, which was a wonderful time, it was back to the old one, normal. Now, I do think Facebook, like you said, it probably is doing some stuff in the background. So I do not know.
I was the same as you, Ros, on Saturday, had the new one.
Yeah.
And then when you commented afterwards that it had gone back to the old one, I went back and checked as well, and I'd gone back to the old one too. So God knows what they're doing. I don't think Sunday? Facebook probably know what they're doing at the moment.
I don't think they do. I think they had too many bad reactions about the new look. Hi, Jessica. Yeah. I'm just going through these, and we've got Deborah already asking a question for requesting a card, which is great. Thank you, because that is what we do here this morning, maybe, and it depends. So one of the questions that Leanne asked was, what did you ask this morning, first up?
What we're going to talk about today? Oh, no, was that it? Or was it something to do with technology?
No, it was that. Yeah. No, I was actually thinking of that one that you asked, what are we going to talk about today? And you know what? There's still nothing here in this head to talk about today. Besides, we had a good time yesterday. No,
we did.
Sunday in between.
Yesterday was a bit of a blur.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? It was a beautiful day too. Yeah. Did take the dogs for a walk in the end. The other thing, it's just too good a weather. I just said to Tony, now, come on, let's go for a walk. Just remembering to actually let people know the cross-posted pages, they are cross-posted to my knowledge. So do go to the link that's at the top in your description to make sure that you're actually at the mytimetv.live connection link. Okay? So here we go. I did say hello to Sharon, and we've got Rihanna as well. So just in case you notice that your comments aren't coming up like this, so that I can put them like this, you might be on the wrong page. Remember that link at the top. Okay, good. And we've got some the cards and that. Have you got your cards out ready too, or we might just?
I can. Look at that. You've got your liniment today. I'm going to go Julian Mackenzie's. I'm so looking forward to being able to use my own cards.
Oh yeah. Yes.
February is going to be a long time coming, believe me, by the time they come back from the printers.
Yeah. So you just had a little thought I saw you have that might have peeked through about what were we going to talk, what we're going to use as our subject topic or whatever for today as we go through some of these cards since they're coming up.
I guess one thing that pops up in my mind is, and it happened this morning while I was having a shower, and it was a memory from Spirit just to remind us that we are all equals. And my feeling is a lot of this reminders are coming more from what's going on with all these protests and the conversations around racism and all that sort of side of stuff. I guess for me, Spirit, I feel the frustration with it when it comes from Spirit, because in a sense, we all come from the same place, whether we're white, black, purple, yellow, whatever sort of thing in that side of it. So, and it is, I think Spirit is trying to sort of remind us that we need to sit in that loving energy and be considerate of each other, no matter what our backgrounds, our past is. We've all chosen this journey to travel, and we are all here on the same pathway experiencing different things. And I just sort of feel that Spirit is, I don't know, I kind of feel like there's an upheaval is probably the best way to put words to the feelings that come with that at the moment, because the more and more this is going on, like, well, while it was just in America sort of thing when this started, my feeling without judgment on this is that, it's no better what one does. Yes, that man didn't deserve to die that way. That was his pathway, his journey, and it was obviously his time to leave this world and move on. How that happens, so be it. But it's the reactions from that. Are we truly honouring that man's life in the way that all this upheaval has come, the loitering, the fires, the damage, the anger and stuff like that? There are ways that we can pull together in loving ways and make a difference rather than that way. And now that we're, on the news last night, I walked away from the TV because I got sick of hearing about protests and this with the COVID and that. And, if they can do this, why can't we do that? And I feel like it's just becoming, I'm going to say, a pissing match. Can we say that word online?
Well, we have, and I'm okay with it. So I think that's a very true factor. And it really is. It's almost like the Chinese whispers effect. And I think, yes, like you said, it becomes that, probably no fault by anyone, but wanting to pick up on what is a big issue.
And that's the thing. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if we find a way of honouring the stuff we believe in a way from coming from the heart rather than the head and the ego, I think it's going to be more a better outcome, more satisfactory for a lot of people, sort of thing. Because I'm thinking about it, like, all these people are getting wound up. Yes, I'm all for protests and peaceful and stuff like that. But how many of those people are now getting in their heads and losing the sight of what it really is about, sort of thing? So,
well, forgetting, I think too that we're all a part of humanity as one. That's what I like to remind myself of a lot of the time. We are part of humanity.
Yeah. So I guess, like, Spirit's wanting us to take from that message also that, we do need to stay in the love and the light energy and not come very much focused on the ego, so to speak, side of it. So I want people to sort of just think about what they're doing at the moment. Put that little bit extra effort into smiling at somebody in the street, being considerate, not judging people and stuff like that. And I think we can, a lot of us try to focus on that, we're going to be able to bring the balance back into life again.
Yeah. And as Sharon says, agrees, sick of watching the news. I don't. I haven't watched the news for a long time.
You're a very wise man.
Well, I figure if it can't be good news, why? Why continually harp on? If it was just to state this is the news and leave it as that piece of history once we're past it, to a degree, until, there might be a result from a court case where you state it, then again, this was the history of that, this is the result, let's move to the next. But I think it's just the continual focus on what is the negative all the time. Why are people watching the news if it's not servicing us as that, being better people? It's just pointing out all the time how bad some are. Well, it's not that we're bad. It's just that the circumstances have picked up to being something that carries across as being bad. pointing out that, hey, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Let's move forward with it and bring more love and good stories and gratefulness. Is that a word? Gratefulness, gratitude, all that, kindness, being kind.
Yeah, that's it. But see, that's the thing. Like, I said to Paul last night on the news, they were saying something about this Mr. Floyd that passed away with the police sort of interaction. He's had 3 or 4 or 5 services. They take his body to a different area and have a service, and then by the look of it, they move on to another area, with what I understand.
Yeah.
People are dying every day, and with this COVID, we're all limited to how many people we can have, which to me doesn't honour that life in the way that the family need to. Yes, it might with some people, but with others it probably doesn't. My uncle that passed away a couple of weeks ago, they could have 20 people at the funeral. That funeral probably would have been, a couple of hundred people with the reputation he had in his community, sort of thing, if not more.
Yeah.
So,
well, I understand that one, because for the instance of Max, it was less. So
exactly. That's it. So many families are affected by that. How long do we need to carry this out for? How long do we need to keep it going?
Yes, I think that's where the energy needs to be moved on. This is just creating added fear in already uncertain time. Exactly.
And we've had enough fear in the past with the COVID stuff. If we choose to lean into it, this is what happens. The world erupts.
Yeah.
So,
that's quite right. Look, how do we deal with it? Let's do some cards, and we can probably pick up some of that energy of what's coming up in the cards, and even further that with maybe something that is more of a concrete solution of how we can actually deal with what is perceived as our negatives around us too, or not. So
that's it. And I think it's really important for people just to take a step back out of the energy, no matter what's going on, whether it's worldwide or it's in your personal life, and just breathe and ground yourself, because when we do that, clarity comes when we still our mind. So that's,
that is what I was thinking of, doing that step back and be the witness that I've mentioned before, in a way of getting out of that negative. Step back, look at it from an objective. I'm not in this, even though you are, but you're not.
That's it.
It's almost the oxymoron that life is at times.
Exactly.
So I've shuffled my cards, and I've come up with the Tower, because I've been shuffling them for a while, knowing it was Deborah's being I think it's the first one that is there for the asking for the card. The Tower. So there's something that I'm feeling is being around you as far as a government, like an institution type thing. So whether I'm almost feeling like it's a childcare or something. It looks like you've got a young child there, whether it's grandchild or your own child. It's feeling like there's something needing to be followed up, and giving that some energy. Put the work in, put the effort in, and it's feeling good. Whatever the result that you're after is going to be good and positive for you in that one. So hopefully that's going to help you for yours today. Now we're going to just slide down. I feel
do it however you like.
Doing the steps. I'm actually feeling like I'm walking down steps. Really weird sensation. So maybe it's from that Tower there, Deborah.
Yeah.
So interesting. So Kirsten, she'd like to have a reading. Will she finish her course or get work?
Okay, so I get yes, honey, with that. I do feel, because I read your comment in the past, in the sideline there earlier on, so yes, I do feel you will finish your course and you get work. You have free will, so I want to say if you put the blocks there, you are the one that's going to stop yourself from finding that work. So see yourself, expand your energy out, expand that loving light out, and see yourself in that job that you want, doing what it is that you've studied for in that way. Okay, so I do feel things will move quite quickly and very positive at the same time. Okay, so wishing you all the best.
So good. Now that was Kirsty's. Oh, Kirsten. So then, when we actually put the comment up like that now, after 10 seconds, it goes away by itself, doesn't it? Which try.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, let's try it this time. So what we've got next is Carmen's. I've shuffled my card, so it's the Lenormand. Can I please have a card? Wow, I like this card. This
Yeah.
one is the tree, because I like rainbows. And rainbows for me really is that contract with self or spirit. Because if you know the biblical story around rainbows, it's God's covenant with us that he won't ever do another 40-day, 40-night type flood and, recreate the world really from what was Noah's Ark. That sort of a devastation won't happen again. It's that covenant's been solidified by the rainbow. And that's why I like it so much, not just because it's a biblical story, but because it really is that inner contract with ourselves, that we are connected through that tree of life. The symbol that's right in the middle is part of the Kabbalah, which is the tree of life, and it's superimposed on the tree. We know that trees' roots go deep. We know that their branches and fruits can be plentiful, and it's interconnected through all of Mother Earth. The trees talk to each other. So what I'm getting for you is pretty much that communication, that networking, and being together with so many others and interconnected. Enjoy that connection. Be really aware of it, and send out what vibes that you need to within that connection as well, because it's not always the physical. As we've had these limitations, you might have already started sensing that interaction that's on that. I'm thinking of the word inferior superior, but it's above the line, below the lines, conscious, unconscious, subconscious. It's happening almost on that telepathic level, if you understand what I mean there, Carmen. So enjoy. That didn't go after 10 seconds. The comment.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. I was watching that.
So there you go. I'll shift on to the next one because I'm just going to slide down like a step ladder or a stairs, whatever, because it's what it feels like for me this morning. So here we've got Taylor, and that one. What have you got for Taylor?
Hey, Taylor, you've asked a general question, so I will pull a card with you as well, and we're doing well. Thank you, honey. First of all, just as I connect to your energy, just while I'm shuffling and setting my intentions with the card, I feel there's a little bit of anxiety around you at the moment. So I do get the feeling, I want to say, look at your own intuition with that, because I do feel you're quite intuitive yourself. I love your energy, honey. And you are the warrior. So I do feel that you are the one that will go the distance. You will fight for your beliefs and those that you love in that sense. But at the same time, I feel like you're being a little bit misunderstood at the moment as well. So whether it's about choosing your words wisely or asking them to give you the words that is needed at the moment with situations going on, I do feel that energy is going to move soon. So stand strong, like you are the warrior is the message there with that.
And when you hold that card up, it's got the golden border like we've got for our show today. The framework is that beautiful golden colour.
Perfect colouring.
Really honours the strength of that warrior. That's what I was seeing in that.
I love it.
So we've got Sharon. Hi. Can you have a card? Well, I've shuffled already for the next one afterwards. And what you've got is the ship. Ship is about travel and movement, moving onward. So I'm feeling that, the breath. What I'm feeling coming in is your own breath in being able to move yourself forward and move yourself onward. Use what you have as your inner strength to actually breathe out that movement too. So that it's like making sure that the wind really is, the wind of your breath is actually filling your sails, that it's continuing that progress and movement forward. I'm feeling there has been some stale air around you, so blow it out and exhale all that, and that itself will fill those sails to move it forward. And you'll be travelling through what you're working through at the moment with great ease from that. Yeah. Okay, did you have anything else to add for Sharon on that one?
Definitely. When you said stale breeze sort of thing, stale air, my feeling is now is the time, honey, to start moving forward too. So... yeah. All right. Don't hold on to the past. Focus on tomorrow. Okay. All right.
Well, this is Rihanna's. Yours, this one. My close friend's funeral was today. does he have any words for me? His name's Jack.
Okay, honey, I'm so sorry for your loss. Okay. I feel like his passing was very quick. Now, his energy isn't overly strong, which doesn't surprise me with somebody that has just passed quite quickly in that side of it. What they quite often show me is if there's illness or suicide or sort of a reason why their body was quite tired, they need to go through a lot more healing process. What they do is they pull on energy to be able to communicate with that. So I still feel that he is trying to find his feet on the other side. I actually feel like there were a lot of words left unsaid. So to me, he wasn't somebody that knew how to sort of say those words, or they didn't come easily to him. But he found other ways of showing his affection and that he cared in that way. I just keep getting hand on heart. So that is my sign for love and pride. Okay. My feeling is he's quite at peace in that side of it. So I do feel he's found peace quite quickly, but he is trying to find his feet on the other side, okay, which is not surprising with somebody that hasn't been gone that long. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine does too, but I feel too that there was a monkey on his back that he's been able to let go in that passing. So it just, yeah, that's what I've got. So yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got Taylor, who's after a card as well, which I had this one drop out. You've got the stars, and I'm feeling you've got the stars in your eyes. So what you're focusing on at the moment, as far as what your vision is for your next step to move forward, allow the stars to shine. You know that there's something that's really interesting you, and you're just sort of wondering whether to move forward with that. Probably it's in that work realm that you might be wanting to change what you're doing and you're doubting it. I'm feeling that what you're needing to be doing is follow your stars, actually move forward, and not just the one that's the brightest star, but you know which one that you actually do want to jump into and take part with, have that dance and fully live it. So, good. Now, whoops, I'm just still trying to find the next one. I don't think we've had Diane's either. So,
hey, honey.
Card. She's just asking for a card. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So, awaken, honey. I get the reference to, okay.
Actually, that one's not quite. I'm going to solo you on that one because it's not quite easy to see. Right, yes.
There we go.
That's better.
So, with this card, straight away with your energy, I get the reference to stand back, take a breath, ground yourself at the moment as well, because I just feel that you need to let everything catch up. When you do that, you're going to get clearer vision of things that are going on. But I also want to look at your intuition, honey, because I'm being very much drawn to the cloud is lifting, and you are starting to become more aware of your spiritual side of stuff. So I do feel that it's important to trust that information that you get. When you get it, acknowledge it, give gratitude, and if it doesn't serve you or that stuff that you've been holding on to, let go of it. Okay, so all the best.
Wonderful. And I've also got Monica, who is next. Have a few things weighing me down right now, including needing to buy a new car after the delivery truck destroyed mine. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. Could I please have a card and see what comes up? Well, that's the card that came up for me. That's the home. So I think that's actually focusing on it. If you're using your car, it's mainly just home use for family and all that sort of thing. I think it's feeling to me that yes, no. I don't feel the insurance. Was it insured? I don't feel the insurance going to cough up straight away. You're going to have a bit of a delay there. So, but I do feel that you are actually going to be getting a car. Yeah, what are you feeling around that one, Leanne? I've got sort of a little bit of an iffy thing there happening, and I'm not quite sure what that's meaning.
Yeah. So stay on it. I get push it sort of thing, so don't let things like push that side of it. I do see a car coming, and I'm drawn to the colour white with that. So, but like Ros said, I do feel like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle sort of thing. So whether you're not getting the answers as quickly as you want to, or obviously you're not at fault, but it's the feeling it's just going to be a little bit of running around in the meantime. So push.
And I think the fact it was the home, that does include relationships and family around you. So you'll be supported with being able to still get around with the help of family.
That's it. And I want to say,
part of that.
Yeah, I want to say don't accept the first price they give you on your car either, unless you're happy with it, sort of thing. Because my feeling is they're going to try to undervalue your car. Okay, stand your ground.
Yes, be strong.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got Mel from Ontario, Canada.
Beautiful. Okay. We've got general questions today. That card wants to fly out at me, honey. So, heal. All right. So, hun, I get the reference to there's a little bit of the unsettled energy around you at the moment. You need to bring the focus back into you. Allow yourself to do that healing. I feel that you try to balance everybody else, but you forget about yourself. So, I want to say, put you first. Just stop, breathe. Know that you're good enough, that you deserve happiness, and just allow that energy to flow. Okay. So, whether you're questioning yourself a little bit lately, it's all right. It's just let go of that energy. Okay.
Here's the thing with the buttons again. I forgot that I had you soloed because I did need to have a cough. I was getting dry in the throat.
Yeah.
And here's me pressing the mouse button to get the video going, and I had you soloed, different factor, isn't it? One day I'll get it all right.
You're finding the throat's a bit dry after talking all day on Sunday?
Yeah, and I did talk a little last night because I had the last of my card reading classes.
Yeah.
So that series of 4, so the final one of those was last night. So that was fun. And yes, you get to talk a lot when you're doing that type of...
Definitely.
It's not work, fun. I find it fun, but yeah, that type of
it's your passion.
Well, it is. I'm just loving doing... Yeah, I do. I like doing this type of thing, the live streaming and the card reading and anything really that's live streaming, because it was a Zoom meeting last night.
So will we see another class starting soon?
We will. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a little bit further along for the Lenormand and concentrating on the Lenormand deck and learning the grand tableau or grand tableau, or however you want to pronounce the words. So it will be using that deck because it's the one that I've got. It's the one I love. I'm finding it so much fun. And the grand tableau is where you're actually laying all of the cards out and interpreting what is there. I'm really looking forward to it because it's not a spread, a layout that I've actually used very often. I've sort of looked into it. So it's more going to be a little bit more joint discovery, or I'm learning it before I teach it. One of those. It's going to be fun. I think I'll start that around July. So there'll be some notice before I start it. Or not. We'll see.
Love it.
Now, for Lily, I just put that up before we mentioned that, wasn't it? So here's a card for Lily. And that's the birds. Now, this is the one that comes as part of the original deck with the Gilded Reverie. So it's the one that's more about the communication, the gathering together. So it is community, and it's where you actually communicate in good ways, not just gossiping. Although it tends to be that it can be the card for gossiping. So be aware that whatever you're sharing with others, that your words will matter. And that with that, it's at the appropriate time, because as you can see in this one, we've got the one bird just coming in to join in, and there'll be others that are just ready to fly off. So it's actually choosing the timing of what you need to be communicating as well. So do be aware, take care in how you're sharing whatever other words you have in your day. So that's sort of what I've got for you in that one.
I love it, Ros. I'm sitting here trying not to laugh. But you put up the bird card, and the bird just flew up to my window, and it's been hovering there ever since.
So that would be an important little signal for Lily. Yes, it's good to voice what you have in your mind and in whatever way, what things you need to communicate. In actual fact, it is important for you today to be doing that. Just choose the timing a little with care. See, I don't have any birds out my window at the moment, but you have.
I see the shadow on the fence, and then it comes in and it just hovers like it's looking in, and then it flies off.
Oh wow! Yeah, I just love birds. It's something I was brought up with Mum. She bred parrots and canaries. She did parrots, canaries, budgies. So I ended up doing budgies, and I think I did budgies, not the others. They were just too difficult. Canaries can be finicky. Anyway, and now I don't like them in cages anyway. So actually asking, may I please have a message or a card on future health and guidance?
Okay. All right, honey, I want to say don't lean into the fears. So to me, I get the focus that you are sort of focusing on your health and the worries, what ifs sort of thing. I get there's nothing there to be concerned about. I'm not trained in medical. If they give me information, I get warning bells. If it's not warning bells, it's about maintaining it. So I get just be healthy as you can, enjoy life, and live it up with that side of it. So I don't feel there's anything there to be concerned about. So don't lean into that fearful energy, because that's where you take your focus. That's what we can manifest in that way. Okay. So
and just adding to that, it was very interesting because I did watch a little bit of a friend of mine's live stream, as in the recording of it, and she shared a story of how she was asked to climb a ladder. She doesn't like heights, and she got the halfway up and froze in fear. But the way that the solution was, someone did come to help her. So even knowing that there are people around you that will help in any situation, yes, at times you might have to ask, or it could just be offered, accepted, and that's what I'm getting for that. And hi, Mum. I had to bring Margaret up. How are you? Now, we've got Ashley Plonk. Now, Deborah did say thank you here, so just popping that message up, so thank you for that. And Ashley is after any messages. Wow, I'm actually seeing a road, and this is just coming as a picture. It's actually a dirt road that I'm seeing that's leading off into the distance. So whether you've actually been on a rough track or whether you're moving into something that's coming up that's rough, these cards jumped out. So I'll take the first one, was the park. It feels to me like it is moving out and into the public. So what I'm seeing is that road is probably take the less travelled one and use that as the pathway to getting back out into the public, not the direct bitumised easy to drive road type of thing. I'm sensing that it's actually make it unique to you and discover as you're going along what treasures there are as you're moving out to being into the public, into getting your stuff seen and having your voice heard, and just being you. Be you in that process. Okay?
Yeah.
So thank you for asking. It's still there.
It's still around.
Isn't it funny how spirit shows up in different ways using what we've got around us?
I love it.
Yeah, because as I look down, I don't know why I glanced to the left, but I have a few things in a bookshelf, and my eye was caught by, it's a really old case. I might just move that and see if you can see it. Oh, you can't quite. See the really old case down the bottom of that bookshelf? And it's part of what was Mum and Dad's, of course, but it's gramophone records in there, the old gramophones. The gramophone itself was stolen from the farm years back, but the records, they didn't think to take them. It just reminded me of the history that we have got all this wisdom and knowledge that's behind us as part of our history, as part of who we are, to help us to use that to move forward, especially with technology. As we know, we're in front of computers with webcams going worldwide with what we can say and share with people, and how that started from simple technology like crystal radios, like gramophone records, and it's moved forward like rockets that can go out into space, and how they're filling space with junk with satellites. And that's one of my beefs because they put it out there and don't bring it back to dispose of once they're done. I hate that. Anyway, that's a different issue. But it's just seeing that and how much, you know, we've advanced from that, but we still need to be conscious that we are still on an earth that has resources that need to be looked after.
Sure.
And I've had that comment up for a while. That's I presume that Salvatore would like a card. Yes.
Salvatore. Okay, so I've pulled the free will card for you, honey. I get the reference to you've got opportunities being presented to yourself. If they're not doing it already, they're about to. I get it's about your decisions, not other people. So I want to say don't let others influence your decisions. You need to do what's right for you. The free will is there. Okay?
Right,
so continue all the very best.
And we've got the thanks from Deborah. She's mentioning that she's a carer and an educator, and a thank you. And from Kirsten, the thank you. So it actually is a pleasure to be able to do this, offer this the once a week. I love doing it. So thank you.
I do too.
Yeah. And Natalie, we've got any messages? There we go. It's wrong corner. I've decided not to use the second camera this morning because it was just too confusing with all the buttons and stuff. I've got it on, but I'm not using it.
Still trying to get the buttons on the weekend.
Well, it is. And the fact that those two, like the video and the usual picture that I use as our top screen, you know, when we come in, wouldn't load. Facebook's got something happening because BeLive is linked into Facebook. Facebook is changing. They're doing something. You can't predict. Not that.
No.
But we can see that what we've got for you, Natalie, is that, did I switch down to, oh, no, it is there. Oh, that message is actually scrolling up. All I could see then was the butterfly. Yeah. I should have realised that from Sunday. Anyway, the well, it is deep. It's deep within you. Put that little bit of work in it, and it doesn't take much, because if you have been to a well that's actually got the bucket on the end of the rope and a handle, all you have to do is plop that bucket in across the ledge and let it drop. You don't even have to use the wheel to lower it. So put your bucket into that inner well of what you're feeling, and breathe, bring up what you actually need to be looking at right now as far as working through whatever it is. There feels to me like there's a block. I'm getting a tension at the back of my shoulder, not between the shoulder blades, like you're holding something that you don't. There's a struggle there. So as you're dropping that bucket in, let that struggle go and bring up the resource, bring up what you need from that well, that inner well of you, so that you can actually move forward with healing that. So that's what I'm getting from that. And look at that beautiful light shining behind. Once that bucket drops, that light shines bright too. So that's what I've got for you, Natalie. And Sharon has said, oh, some ladies were correct. So that's good, thank you. And Diane's said a thank you. And here's Monica saying insurance paid up, but Philly, so there's that. It's already happened, and that's where that feeling of not getting the right deal. Yeah. Okay. Thoughts up, Phil.
I guess that's something we've learnt. We had a car stolen and burnt out years ago, and the insurance came back and said they'll give us $4,000. I went and did my own research into what cars in that model were selling for about the same amount of Ks. And when I argued it, we ended up getting $11,000. So there's a big difference between $4,000 and $11,000. You don't have to accept their first offer, because they're always going to take the low ball of the end sort of thing. Yeah. You're dealing with insurance, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so for you, Monica, unfortunately, it might be too late in this instance, but it is a learning curve. And it's something, too, that many years ago, both of our boys had, because I've got two girls, two boys, they both had their cars stolen on the same night. One of them was burnt out up the road. The other one never found again, but had over $3,000 worth of fantastic sound system. You know, you just can't tell. Being wary and being careful of what you have around you, what is happening around you at all times. It's not to allow the fear of having things stolen or things happening to you all the time. It's living in trust that what is forward for you is positive. That's that thinking, the thoughts manifesting, moving into, I suppose what's those sayings? Sorry, I'll just drop that comment too. Affirmations. I was thinking affirm affirmations. So it is having that as your focal point, not the negatives. That's what I was thinking then too. So I've lost track of whose turn it was. Does it matter? You've got a card?
No,
or do you have something?
Yeah, for that one? I was just running my screen share thing as well for my membership thing.
Oh, yes.
All right, shortly.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Look at the imagination. Look at the pictures being put there, honey. I feel like it's also looking at the bigger picture. Spirit is touching my nose, so I get the reference to they get your attention by tickling your nose a little bit lately at the moment. So look at what's going on when you get that. Look at that bigger picture. See above what meets the eye because there's more to it. Okay, so don't be afraid to look for that. Okay.
And as I'm looking at that in the background, there's that little cheeky look as there's the Snickers bar almost going up, as you said, touching the nose, almost like cheekiness there. I love that.
I need to bring the cards to my nose, sort of thing, because they were tickling. So,
yeah. Have we had Naomi already yet? I just can't remember. And it's
no.
Back, I think. So I have got the card ready for the next one. Is the Hours. Now, this one is the card that comes up as the second bird card in this expanded edition of the Lenormand. So it actually goes even further from the first one that is already described for one of the other girls. It's the wise, the wisdom, being not just being careful of what you say, but actually placing some thought behind how you are communicating so that it is with wisdom, because we never know who's going to be within earshot, because it's not always just who you're speaking to. It can be just someone here behind you, to the side of you, further in the distance, or reading it even in your posts and etc. if you're a social media person, doing those sorts of posts and things. Just, it really is time to show your wisdom in how you're communicating. So I hope that's helpful for you too, Naomi. And we've got, Lily's saying, that's what I'm really longing for right now, soulful conversation and community, especially after my recent sacred union separation. Yeah, thank you, beautiful souls. There can be times where, as far as that separation, it is a grieving process as well. So take the time that you need to, and when you're ready, you do get those messages from Spirit really to get back in it. It's the prompting. It's the little things that come into your focus and vision as far as what's next, even if it's just a query to go and have a coffee with someone or join up with some group and that type of thing. So glad that you're moving forward with that, Lily. It's really nice to have that feedback. Thank you.
Just with Lily's message and her energy, Spirit's just reminding me it is really important with the way that we've had to be in the past to stop putting pressure on ourselves and just stop and be in the moment and know that we are enough, sort of thing, and feel that energy within ourselves, then radiate it out, sort of send it out to everybody around you.
Yes. Okay. And just a quick reminder to those who might be on the other cross-posted pages too, because it's even after the usual midway that I would remind people. The link is for the mytimetv.live link above in the description if you want us to see your comments. So I forgot to do that at the halfway point. Whoopsie. Oh, hi, Karuna.
joining us today.
Wait.
It's lovely to have you join in on Sunday.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry about that. Peanuts. I've got a doggy. I forgot that I had her at my feet. And the car has just come back with Tony in it, of course, because he's driving it. So the dog's barked. I've forgotten totally about that. So she's wanting to go out. No, you can't. She can wait. So, and Ashley too is saying hello. No, the thank you this time. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
So, anything for me today for Tara, and or in regards to new house and leaving this relationship. So I'll leave you with that and let Peanuts out.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. All right, so honey, with that, I get the reference to it's really important to let go of the past. So the past needs to be cut off, so to speak. So I want to say, give yourself a moment, do the reflection, look at what it is that you have, what you've learned, how much you've grown, how far you've come in that relationship. I get the new house is coming, sort of thing. Change is going to be positive, but it's just about allowing yourself to be in that moment. Acknowledge it, give gratitude, and let it go, knowing that there's so much more to come. So I want to say, having that clear picture of what it is you're working towards. All right. So wishing you all the best, honey. And sending you a big hug. I feel you need a hug.
And I love the little picture, her avatar as well.
Yeah.
It is very cuddlyable. So wonderful. So, Karanya, I must say, I appreciate the energy that we both provide. And on Sunday, thank you so much.
Yeah, honey. I appreciate your appreciation.
Yes, isn't it?
That's a lot of appreciating.
Isn't this one a lovely card? I love this one. So, I haven't clicked on the link first. And have a look. It's the butterfly wings that she's got there, and your new video is that. Beautiful, these butterflies. It's only beautiful because the caterpillar is brave. And look what we've got here. We've actually got the heart. I mean, it is two hearts, really, because you've got the red one in the centre that really is the focal point, but you've got the two swans that are creating the heart shape with their connection. So I'm feeling that there is a connection. I'm actually feeling it's more with yourself, though, Zara, not so much as a relationship, but that then helps with any relationships that you've got around you, be they the everyday ones or the romantic ones. So it really is centering and focusing on that heart within you, and it goes through to the soul level completely and deeply. So I'm feeling that connection for you. So you feel that connection for you. I think that's something that you are really growing into even now as I'm speaking. So allow it to continue that pathway and grow. Don't let anybody else halt that and tell you any different. There is that love that you know as the agape love that's of self, okay, in the truest and purest way, okay? Thank you. And that one. Is there anything else that you had for that one for Zara or not?
I think you covered it very well.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
now
welcome.
We've got Debbie who'd like a reading.
I just got a butterfly too. Oh no, it's changed now. It's got a little bit on my.
I was just going to say, I didn't see that.
That was really interesting because I got Debbie's name and I would like a reading, but I still had the butterfly from the last as the picture, and it changed. Yeah. That was weird. Took a bit. That's the delay for you. Oh, okay. Purify, honey. What is it you need to move out of your life at the moment? So I want to say cleansing. Move those things that no longer serve you. So whether it's the physical or it's the energetic, I just get the reference to it's about having the right people, the right balance in your life at the moment. And when you do, I feel that's you in the middle. You're the support. You are the light that shines bright. Okay. So whether other people might be dulling your brightness at the moment, so to speak.
Gorgeous card too. Love that.
Yeah, it is.
Swirl, beautiful. We've got Kayla here who's actually asking if there's any change of job for her husband in the near future. Thanks, ladies. So the magnifying glass, any change of job. I'm getting yes. There needs to be a look at the finer purpose. What does he want to move into? Is he wanting to actually change something up, or just go, I really need to look at this contract a bit deeper before he signs into any type of job that's a change? So I'm feeling there is a little sense of a warning there, but it certainly is that he's going to have that move forward. So near future, I'm not getting any numbers. Are you getting any numbers on that one?
I see the number 8.
So around
I say 7 8. So
maybe.
Yeah, whether it's 7 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks, or July, August.
Yeah. That's where I still got to learn to trust my own. My own stuff. When it's numbers, I still thought it felt like it might be, but Anyway, that's all right. We'll move on from that. And Debbie has her question of, hi there. Have we had Debbie's?
Yes, we did. It was one that came up as a butterfly.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. It was only the one before. And it's still on my screen, so that's a dirt for me. That's all right. We're all human, aren't we?
I do feel positive, honey. So focus on that positive outcome. So that's what you're manifesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And thank you, lovelies. Yes, the cheeky Snickers also says too confused on it. Don't get to see that part. Yes. Whoops. That just come past. Thank you so much. I definitely do. Thanks so much. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Tara. I love your spelling. Defiantly do. Definitely. Which word did you mean? I love them both. Good to combine them. I love that. Yeah. So, Danica, hi, ladies. Any positives coming my way soon? Do I have anyone around me? I've had 4 crows sit at my window for about an hour last week. There's the birds again. We don't see crows often. Is it a sign?
I do feel it is a sign, honey. So, and I feel like I've got a grandmother figure around you in spirit. So, look at. I always say when they give you the signs, look at what comes up. Trust. Start again. Trust what you feel, think, see, hear, because that's how spirit will communicate with us. So, yes, I get the feeling it's about getting your attention to what's going on in your life at the moment.
And I was just quickly going to look up what crows meant. It's not in this book as a word for describing. This is symbols and images. I just saw it out the corner of my eye and thought, oh, goodness, maybe I'm meant to actually look that one up. But even birds, let me see if there's birds in it. Because we've had them show up already a couple of times, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
They're sitting out your door. I've mentioned them. It's come up in the cards twice already. Bird may indicate the bearer of a message as well. So there you go. And there's certainly some different ones there. Let me see if a crow is there. No.
I just found crow on the internet. I googled it. So it says whenever an animal shows itself up repetitively, it is a spiritual sign to pay attention. If you keep seeing crows around, you need to pay extra attention to the messages that they bring. The power sign of these birds bring mystical. Crows are usually associated with dark omens and death in mythic sense.
Yeah, mythical.
All right. So that goes well with what I said. Trust. Look at what's going on in your life at the moment.
Yeah, you pick up on what your own intuition is letting you know as well. That's usually the best and most reliable in many respects.
And when we talk about death, it doesn't always mean somebody literally dying. It may be something coming to an end with a new beginning, which can be positive.
Yeah, situations, anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. And thank you, Kayla, for that. Good. And Karanya, have we actually done a reading for Karanya? We haven't, had we? No. So I've got the card. Ask what you see for me. In the card itself, some challenges, but well worth moving through them, because the mountain card really can be about those rockfalls, landslides and blocks that are getting in the way of getting to that peak. But there's always a way around it. You either climb over it, you can move around it, you can actually, and now the dogs bark. But once that work is, they're very loud, aren't they? Once that work is done, as far as getting past the challenges, there's the rewards of that view, the vista, the knowing that you've made it to that particular peak. But there's always, and it's always easier to work your way down a mountain than climbing up. Is, well, whenever I'm going for a walk and I'm climbing up a hill, it's a hell of a lot harder going up than it is down. So you look at that side of it, it takes both to be able to have that reward of the vista and the view and the magnificence of what is our creation, because we are creating it on that etheric as well as the physical level with vibrations, and just appreciate all that's around you, and what you're needing to be is that component that's the part of that, that the one in the whole. And that mountains are usually in a range, they're not by themselves, although the odd one does, but I feel that it's more about getting together with others of like mind as well. That just popped into the head. So there you go. Yeah.
Ros, I just see there's a comment there, I think it's the third bottom one, from Tara. She'd like to know how she can book a reading with us, lady.
Yeah. So these two, like the little @ things, that's the page things, that's what you've got to type in for our Facebook pages, isn't it? And there'll be further information for those. As far as we both have a booking button, I think you do, don't you, on your spiritual
Yes. I'm in between two calendars at the moment.
So there is that way of connecting with both of us. Otherwise, just do the search on Leanne Winston in Google, on Ros Boundy. We've both got websites. Leanne's is still in progress. Mine's actually in maintenance mode at the moment, the rosboundy.com.au. But then there is the Hypnosis Plus with Ros. Like, there's various ways to actually get in touch, or direct message us via the messenger thingy, whatever that's called.
And with my website, leannewinston.com. So
you've changed it just that little bit.
Psychic medium, so made it shorter.
Brings up the searches better. Like, we all know Leanne as Leanne Winston. So I think that is a good way to do that. Yes. And yes, it is, isn't it? The change that we can go through in how we present ourselves to the world. It really is that stage, as I mentioned before, with what is the old, as far as, the gramophones and all the rest, and how technology and living the lives we do has changed as we do now. But it's also us as people, as our personalities and characters grow and move into who we are in this present moment. That's the most important, is the present moment. And, being the truth of who we are in the present moment. So
I love the way you say that, because I was just thinking and smiling to myself, because for so long when I started to put myself out there as a psychic medium, it took a lot to actually go, I'm a psychic medium when people ask, or what is it that you do? So like heroes, and many of us have struggled with that over the years. And now all of a sudden I've just got to a point where I'm just Leanne Winston and this is what I do, sort of thing. So, it's recreating myself, redesigning, and I'm loving the creativity that is coming with it, and what I'm being able to add to that sort of my service. So,
isn't it? It is.
I love that. Actually, talking about that, Ros, can I just quickly share my screen just before I forget?
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
That's all right. And I've got a card ready for that one. So I just want to advertise this as well, because I'm really excited about being able to add this to my website this year as well. So I am doing a yearly.
Follow that.
Okay. Yep. Oh, good. I can't see it. So I am now offering a yearly membership for closed members, and in that $55 annual subscription, what you're going to have access to is to be able to join me Wednesday nights for my lives. Starting from the 1st of July, I will be going live reading for those in my membership area. So those watching on Facebook can still comment, and I will answer some of your comments and stuff, but the readings will mainly go first of all to the members in that area. They'll get access to early bird sales on workshops. There will be members discounts, so I will have a members price on discount on certain stuff, and a recommended price on stuff. So this month, for the month, well, it's already started, but for the month of July, my spray range that we make ourselves is usually $25 a bottle. For members, they're down to $20 as a monthly special for that as well. You'll get VIP ticket releases, members only each month, as well as access to guided meditations within the members area that you can access at any time. So that's $55. All you have to do is jump over to leannewinston.com, go into members area, click on become a member, and it will process you from there. Beautiful. All right. Thank you for that, Ros. You're muted,
That
honey.
was easy, except I was mute because the dogs are barking again. I did need to do that. So.
Oh, good.
I have just noticed the time, and I'll just put this one up because it's the one we had just before. So I'm not sure. Doesn't matter whose turn it was. If you'd like to do
it was mine.
that.
The card I called was the legacy, so it's about looking at what you're leaving behind. So that's perfect, honey. So I do feel that there are changes coming. So certainly, I get within the next, I see 2, so whether I'm 2 weeks, 2 months with that, but it is about being aware of what you're leaving behind. Okay?
Yeah.
So you self-detach your energy from that house and can reconnect with the new one.
Yes. Okay. And we've just got Ivory, who's placed up there 15 years. Well, that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. We appreciate your support.
That, yeah. And no, I need to leave and get out as soon as possible. Just so hard to get on top of it all, and that can be the challenge. Yeah. But
just breathe, honey. One thing at a time.
And with everything, it really is. Anything that we have placed before us, we are able to do. We just forget to see that vision of it at times because we're feeling into the emotion instead of standing back and seeing what's possible. So, so thank you for that. And you've said the thank you. So thank you for everyone. And Karanya has put in many challenges, much heartbreak through my life. Learning from them, working hard on self-love. Yes, I have met some of my soul family. Doing tarot reading course. Oh, that'll be fun. Thank you for this wonderful message. And it really is experiencing what you have in your life, what you've chosen to experience in your life, because we still have our free will throughout any part of what we're experiencing as well. It can be changed. Change is the guarantee that you've got in life. Things do change. It does change. Life does change. We change as people as we're growing into being who we are. Yeah. And I said it this morning, be the best person you can, because that sort of, for me, is actually my mantra that I use for myself, and I put that out because what more can you be but the best that you are in whatever stage and whatever presence you're in.
That's it. And I think those challenges and those changes are what help make us stronger, more resilient.
So unfortunately, any further who have actually asked for questions, unfortunately, we are out of time today. So look forward to next week, and there might be the chance again to have the free mini readings. There are our little, what do you call those little things? Is that our tag for our pages, or that's just the way that you get in a Facebook? And so that's those for the Facebook. So thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you especially again, Leanne, because I just love our Tuesday mornings.
That's right. Thank you for having me. I enjoy our time together.
I too. I look forward to it every time. So until next week, as far as our Tuesday's Intuitive Chat, thank you to everyone out there who's shared, who is live here, and even those who are on replay. Keep connected, and we'll see you next time. So namaste for now.
Namaste.
And bye.